As we embark on 2018, a new year, I'm very mindful that this is the year that marks the centenary of the conclusion of the First World War, one of the most searing conflicts in European history. And 100 years on, I'm also mindful that those who gave their lives for a better Europe, for a better home, for peace and for justice, would challenge us to ask, what signs are there of difference? Among those who are still working for a better society, hope and dignity for all people, are the people of the Worthing Church's homeless projects. And I was delighted to meet and chat with Sue Stevens about their work.
100 years on from the start of the First World War, we're no better off than we were then in many ways, especially around homelessness. We're seeing a huge increase at the moment in the number of homeless people on our streets, and families who are in dire need of support. The food banks are reporting increase in numbers, and with the onset of universal credit coming in the next few months, we're expecting it to increase even further. Worthing Church's homeless projects works extensively across Sussex with the homeless and insecurely housed. We have community hubs working with people who are street homeless or insecurely housed, but we also have residential projects where we help people through their journey away from living on a street or being homeless. They're all individuals, completely different, like the grains of sand on the beach, so they all have to be treated differently. So we develop a programme for each person as they come through, and all the time we're thinking about what's next for them, what's best for them, and how we can help them on that journey. When I'm talking about people all being different, it's people from all different backgrounds. We have teachers, police, solicitors, everybody can become homeless. It's so easy, it can happen so quickly. And all genders as well. We see people, male, female, all the different genders and all ages. We have people in our services in their 70s, but we work with people from the age of 18. So it can vary greatly, the number of people we help. Addiction is a big problem across Sussex, and it does affect many of the street homeless and homeless people across the county too. They can be addicted to drugs or alcohol. Many of them may not have been addicted to drugs or alcohol, and that may not have led to their homelessness, but as they struggle to live on the street or in their situation, they may then turn to alcohol or drugs as a prop to help them live. So we work with them on a one-to-one basis as well, and we help them along their journey out of addiction into recovery. So yes, on reflection, Bishop Martin's right. 100 years on from the start of World War I, in some ways the country's no better forward than it was then. We still have issues that we need to deal with. So I'm really grateful to Bishop Martin for giving us this opportunity to raise homelessness as part of this issue.
Thank you, Sue, for that indication of the challenge that still lies ahead of us. When I meet those who are workers and volunteers in the projects across the whole of the diocese which are seeking to address the social needs that Sue was talking about earlier, I'm struck by the fact that they are often the same age as those who gave their lives in the trenches 100 years ago. Their lives were cut short. The young people who are working in our projects today are inspired by hope and the possibility of a better world. As we support and encourage them, I hope in 2018 we will be determined to shape a future for us in England, in Britain, in Europe, that is worthy of our inheritance from 100 years ago. I hope for you 2018 is a very happy new year.